Right, hi guys, hope everyone's well. Had had a Matrix experience beyond belief yesterday. Trying to explain something to somebody in the sense of trying to talk to this person about comfort zones, and I was trying to tell them that their comfort zone, in my opinion, wasn't real. It was a fraudulent comfort zone. You know, like sort of say having a nice, safe, warm room in a house that's burning down. You know, no one's going to call it a real comfort, are they? If you're just sort of laying in bed, oblivious to the truth that the house is on fire. And I couldn't find the word comfort. You know, when you're really scrabbling for a word when you're talking, you're sort of trying to sort of give an analogy about a television, and you can't find the word television. And you're sort of going, yeah, you know those situations when you're watching it was like that. Okay, and I was trying to talk to this person about fraudulent comfort, and in front of me on a billboard, yeah, an awning outside a what are they called? Building site, was the word comfort, spelt Komfort. Just as I was scrabbling for this word, okay, comfort, there it was, and I was trying to say fraudulent comfort. There was the fraudulent spelling of comfort right in front of me. It might not sound like much to you, but there is stuff going on at the moment, okay, with information and stuff that's just coming my way that is not unsettling me or anything like that, but it's making me realise there is just so much more to this reality than the five senses. You know, the thing is, this could end up sounding like a really self-absorbed rant, what's going to come, but anybody who's spent 5 minutes with me will understand exactly what I'm talking about here, okay? There is... David Icke talks about this probably a lot more eloquently than I ever could, okay? But there is information that comes our way, to all of us in my opinion, that isn't of our five senses, okay? Touch, taste, smell, hearing, sight. It's got fuck all to do with it. We operate on a different level to that as well. David Icke sort of refers to it as vibrational energy and everything like that. I'm not sure I really care about what people want to call it, but the truth of the matter is, okay, people have information, experiences and feelings channeled through them. I just can't explain enough. That is as real to me as standing here with 10 fingers, you know, sorry, you know, so, I've got 10 fingers. Okay, 5 things, oh fucking hell, 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, Jesus, maybe I should have thought a bit harder about doing this. But, it's a very, very difficult thing to try and get across to people, because it can be summed up by Hollywood. We have got such low attention spans these days that films can only be an hour and a half long generally, you know, and one of the big things that people will criticise or draw attention to if they go and see a movie that's, say, 2.5 hours long, say like Avatar or Titanic, God knows what, they'll say in the reviews of it, you know, it's a good watch, but, you know, it's a real bum number. Goes on for 2.5 hours, and you think, so what? So fucking what? What does it matter? You know, to put the information and the entertainment forward within that movie, they had to make it slightly longer than the minuscule attention span that's just been created as being the norm in this world. And without attention spans being increased, we are just fucked with this information, whatever that information may be, because it's all unique to the individual. But, you know, there is so much going on in people's hearts and minds, okay, where they have feelings that just don't seem to have any words, and the interactions between us all are all about decoding a language that hasn't got words. And we've got this beautiful rich language that people use in such a limited fashion, to be honest with you. That language is then a means of trying to sort of get people together and decode their innermost feelings and actually put them into words, and then maybe share them with the world, and then move on a little bit, just have a little bit of evolution in thought and feeling. But I'm finding it increasingly difficult, okay, because the stuff that I would like to go on about, the stuff that I would like to talk about, the stuff that I'm going through at the moment that has no fucking explanation whatsoever. There is information, there are ideas that are with me that I don't have any real clue as to their origin, okay, and the only way it can be summed up is it does feel, and I hate hijacking and exploiting spiritual rhetoric, because those people wind me up chronically. But there is stuff that I'm saying, doing, feeling that ain't coming from me, okay? You know, quite easily people who wanted to could watch this and completely construe it as, oh, there's a guy who's going through some sort of emotional crisis or schizophrenia or something like that. It's not a case. You know, the thing is, that's the thing, that the system is so careful now to exploit a situation where somebody has got information that they don't understand the whereabouts of, and sort of refer to it as an illness. You know, now that this is a frightening development, in my opinion. I don't know. You know, yet again, if you want to research this, do so. I advise you do. But under mental health guidelines, rebellion is now considered a mental illness. You know, the definitions of mental illness are, along with everything else that's even more frighteningly going on in America, with, you know, the word 9/11 truth are being used in the same sentence as schizophrenic, you know, regularly. I watched videos and read stuff recently that just sort of, after the guy going nuts at the Pentagon and the guy flying that plane into the IRS building and stuff like that, there's a real campaign at the moment to demonise the truth movement, and it's gonna work. It's gonna fucking work. You know, look at the way Muslims are now treated in the world. It's it ain't good. It really isn't good. And you know, every generation's had it. We've had the demonisation of the Jews, homosexuals, hippies, all the pinkos in America. You know, every generation has its scapegoated bad guys, and they tend to be the people in a lot of occasions, not all, who are on the right side of history, who are the people trying to fight a kind of demonic incremental march of fascism. And that does seem to be the biggest global fight, always has been and always will be, is just the fight against fascism. But as I say, I'm finding it increasingly difficult to ignore the issue that I do think and feel that we have information that is beyond our five senses, that is channeled towards us and through us. Some people, more than others, are just conduits to a spirituality and a feeling which is beyond our five senses. Look at the paranormal. Look at the amount of look at the fact that Hitler spent a fortune on the paranormal wing of the SS, you know, which was looking into harnessing the powers of the occult. There is more to this planet than meets the eye. You know, I've been looking into stuff that explains, you know, or gives the theory, like with this kind of idea about aliens and alien life, that we automatically put our limited perception of what life is into what we think an alien would be, let's say. You know, we all know, I think, that they're out there somewhere. But think about it, and I'm guilty of this, but today I've just had it shattered with a little bit of reading up that I did. We all think, oh yeah, little green men are going to come, or little grey men, whatever, are going to come out of space in their disc-shaped craft. You know, there's going to be boo, 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 and they're all going to pop out, and we're going to shake hands, and everything's going to be great, and all the world's problems are going to be solved. But there's a lot of people who've come out of the closet with sort of, towards the end of their lives, with NASA and people like that, who've said they are there. These aliens are there, and there's a lot of people on the planet who know about it, but they don't operate on our sort of five sense level. They are sort of psychologically and spiritually attuned to us, but not in the sense that we could see, taste, touch, feel, whatever, in the same sense, or, you know, have that experience with them. And, you know, there's stories that I've seen of people who've, you know, relatively credible sources of people who feel that they're kind of you know, the negative energy in this world is possibly a parasitic occurrence that's actually caused by these aliens feeding off our spirit and our soul and our feelings. I don't know how much of this is true, but it's this situation, okay, that's beyond the five senses. All I'm trying to say is the little alien bit there would just be something that any skeptic would just jump upon and go paranoid nut. You know, I'm not saying that I agree with this shit or believe it. I'm just saying there's more and more that's coming my way that's just making me think five senses, fuck that, it just ain't true. And so there's a hell of a lot of people that subscribe to and watch on YouTube who I can tell are getting information, and they can express themselves in a way that's beyond the limitations of what we're taught, are our limitations, are our abilities on this planet. And this campaign to suppress image over the image, where did that come? This campaign to suppress information over the last fucking God knows how many thousand years has worked, because there's a lot more to us than five senses, and it's bugging me at the moment. I just want to say so much more, and it takes me so many hours to do so. I talked solidly, and I mean solidly, about this issue yesterday for 9 hours, and I mean I talked for 9 hours. I really do feel frustrated that I can't get it across here, because I really do want to talk to as many of you as possible about what you think and feel about what we're all going through and what we think and feel. Anyway, I hope this has made sense to somebody. I'm getting to the 11-minute mark, so I'm going to bugger off. Take care of yourselves.